This is NicoB, back with some more Master Detective Archives Rain Code. Where we last left off, we checked out good old Desahiko's DLC, and it was just as weirdly, disturbingly horny and harassy as I feared it would be. Granted, it did end with a moment in Desahiko's hunt for a museum thief, the Nine-Tailed Cat, where he confronts her and actually does kind of a pretty cool setup and trap to get her with a fake ring and everything. And I was like, damn, all right, well, you know what? That's actually not too bad. All of her did then immediately fuck it up, propose to her, and she walks out. Way to go, Desahiko. Yes, and I think someone who put this whole DLC really well was the Amateur Everything, who last episode said, what I like about Desahiko's DLC is that it plays on your expectations of his incompetence by showing that when he tries, he's actually pretty decent detective who can come up with clever plans to catch a culprit, only to break that all down by reminding us that women are his weakness. Yeah, pretty much hit a nail on the head. I was surprised at the end where I was like, shit, whoa, okay, I didn't see that coming at all. Unfortunately, though, he's still too much of a fucking dope to not keep his dick in his pants for 2 seconds. But I do appreciate the game sort of showing that he does have like a reason for being here, right? I mean, we already got a glimpse of that in the main story, at least to an extent, showing that he had a little bit of a brain on his shoulders. But either until he inevitably gets a girlfriend or realizes that he's likely gonna die alone, he's never really gonna be a great detective. But the Amateur Everything, thank you so much for your incredibly accurate comment. And it's that reason you are comment of the day. I will say I am very glad that we just got Desahiko's out of the way first. Out of the group, it was my least favorite, so get the worst out of the way. Though overall, it was still fun. Like, I still enjoyed the little twists and turns, but you just can't help but kind of roll your eyes at, like, fucking so much kind of cringe-inducing shit that Desahiko does. They're just like, By the way, you guys did also sort of clarify to some of the stuff that I was saying at the start of last episode, where number one did explicitly say the reason that he got the power Shinigami was to battle the corruption in Kanai Ward, because there was no way he would have been able to like get actual justice with the peacekeepers on the job. And I get that, but it is still like, I just find it funny that his solution to it was even back then just committing murder, right? Just like how a solution for solving the hunger problem was also committing murder. Number one, you have some very interesting solutions to your problems here. But okay, so who do we have next? Is it, it's Fubuki. All right, we're kind of like, funny enough, kind of working our way up in terms of best character. Actually, we are, yeah. Because this is kind of like my tier list here of like lowest, next lowest, but I like Fubuki by the end. But Halara was definitely better. I'd say Vivia was the best character. And I guess technically, I don't know, I probably like Yako or Vivia more than Yako, but Yako's I think will be interesting for just the fact that it's Yako, and I don't know, maybe we're gonna get a glimpse at like what he was going through and his plans, you know, for using the other detectives. I don't know, I think that will be interesting. But before we can do that, we have to see Fubuki's final gumshoe gab. How does her story end? By the church?
I am sorry to have called you here, Yuma.
It's okay. What's wrong? You said you wanted to talk.
I wish to tell you about my dummy thickness again here in front of the church and then make sweet love to you.
What? Why? Also, huh? Wait, did you actually know what that meant the whole time? You lied to me?
Yes, I am fully aware of my big booty cheeks. It is my best feature, or so I am told. Now get over here, you.
This feels weirdly like a fan fiction that Desahiko wrote.
Well, about that, perhaps, maybe... Yuma, I believe I may be in love with you, romantically.
What? Oh shit, is this really happening?
Huh?
Huh?
What?
What?
Oh? Did you not hear me? Then I shall say it again. I may be in love with you romantically, Yuma.
And I wish to suck your balls.
What?
What?
What? Whenever I think of you, my heart feels warm and fuzzy, yet so anguished as well.
Wow, okay, I wasn't actually expecting this to go anywhere in that direction.
I thought maybe this is the romantic feeling that people keep talking about.
That's impossible! Totally impossible! There must be some confusion. Maybe your mind is playing tricks on you. Someone as attractive as you would never fall for someone like me.
Look how tiny I am, and you know, I guess I gotta say, even in retrospect here, how the fuck is Yuma #1 anyway? I really want to know how old he is. Is he just a short-looking dude? Just a short-ass tiny dude? In reality, though, he's like 55 or something.
Oh, do you really think so? I find you quite an attractive man, Yuma.
Holy shit.
I can't believe you think that.
Hey! Quit being all happy about it!
Fucking, you kidding me? Shut up, Shinigami. You would be happy about it too.
Well, I did not bring you here today to confess these feelings to you.
It was just an extra bonus bit.
Rather, if these truly are romantic feelings, I wish to thank you for them.
Huh? Thank me?
To tell you the truth, I have never had romantic feelings for anyone until now. I have had an arranged fiancé ever since I was little. Due to that, I subconsciously kept myself from falling for anyone. Although I yearned for those feelings of love, I knew I must not harbor them.
And all the crazy sex that would come with it.
I worried I would never fall in love.
Dude, in the middle of this conversation, you can see like fucking Desahiko and the butt fence back there, his like head fucking creeping up, nose bleeding, just like, yeah, get some, do it for the both of us, Yuma, do it, fucking do it. Did you hear something?
No, I heard nothing.
Is something over there? Oh my god, they spotted me.
I have always felt such disappointment in myself because of it. But now, I have fallen for you and can experience what it is like. So, I wish to thank you for helping me learn what romance is. That is all. I just wanted to give my thanks.
Oh, in that case, I'm glad I could help. I guess? But wait, don't you have a fiancé? Having feelings for someone else is just going to end up making you sad.
Not at all. I have decided to talk to my father about turning down my arranged marriage.
So that I may marry you, Yuma.
Really? Are you sure? After all, wasn't that decided by the Clockford family?
Of course, it is vital to defend our family traditions and to obey my parents. All my life, I have lived with that as my highest priority. But now, I have decided to forge my own future. I have been thinking about it ever since I started working with you all at the agency.
I see. She's choosing her own future. I'm glad she can look at it that way. I'm happy for her. But even still, I think you may be mistaken about your feelings for me.
Are you sure? It is true I have zero experience with romance, so I cannot say for certain. Well then, how about this? Once I am able to confirm with certainty that my feelings are romantic in nature, then, at that moment, will you hear my confession once more?
Damn, Yuma. Damn. Oh, I don't know what to say. Even confess to me. Goddamn, why are any of these? Fuck yeah! Should be next one down there that says that. Come on, let me go. Why can't I click it? Damn it! Oh.
Well, if you really do have romantic feelings for me, then sure.
Shinigami's be so pissed.
Thank you very much. Please, consider your response for when I next confess my love for you.
Would that mean I become the heir to the Clockford legacy?
Hell yeah, Yuma.
No way, it has to be a misunderstanding.
Damn it, Yuma, why you gotta ruin this for me? Why can't I pick my own ending?
It has to be, right?
Master, you and Fubuki have forged the ultimate bond together.
Oh, that was the right ending. Yes, that was actually the answer. Holy shit! And for some reason, Shinigami's laughing about it. I thought she'd be like saying this super pissed.
Nope, now back to my generic response. You got the ultimate thing. I'm so happy for you, even though I'm going to kill you later. I'm gonna smother you in your sleep.
Good for you, Master. I'm happy for you.
No, you're not. You're so full of shit, Shinigami. Well, wow, okay. That I was just talking out my ass. making up some bullshit, but that actually ended up happening, and I'm okay with it. I've said it time and time again, there is not enough fucking in Kodaka games, all right? What the hell? What the heck, Kodaka? If you're gonna make your games rated M anyway, might as well go all the fucking demon way, right? All right, sub-story, Fubuki's luckiest day. If I could do it all over again, every person has had that thought at some point. Exams, bets, relationships, work, troubles. If only I could erase my failures. If only I had been more successful. However, once moment has passed, it cannot be redone unless you're her. Fubuki Clawford, the master detective capable of running time. Her strange and lucky day begins now. It's her lucky day. All right, dummy thick time. Let's go.
Hey, you there.
Hey, you!
Me?
Yes, beautiful lady. You will succeed in all you do today. Consider it your lucky day, so to
Consider
speak.
it your lucky DLC.
Lucky day?
Yes, it'll be the best day of your life. If you were ever to play a game of chance, today would be the day. Shall I read your fortune? I'll tell you what your lucky number is.
I do not fare well at gambling.
This is horrible! Someone just fell from the sky!
Holy shit!
Is this part of my lucky day?
Oh lord. Fubuki's lucky day. Badookie doo-da-dee. Why'd you have to say this to Fubuki, lady? You have any idea how
It appears as though something is happening over there.
easily influenced she is by anything? Ooh, side-scrolling Fubuki level. I would like hop up on the taxi cab. Boop, boop. Start jumping on, get a Wumpa fruit or coins or some shit. Look at Fubuki's funny run. Oh, she's holding in a pee.
I'm coming, person.
I wonder if it could be some sort of festival.
What's going on? Looks like someone collapsed.
Some guy fell from a building nearby.
Was it a suicide?
I don't know, Pro CD. What do you think? Or was that Young Yang again?
Pardon me. Please let me through.
Actually, I think it was Young.
Are you a doctor?
No, I am not.
Do you know this man?
Do you know this man?
No, I do not know him whatsoever.
Then why are you here?
I'm here to poke him. I've always wanted to poke a dead body. Woo!
Today is supposed to be my lucky day, so I thought I might be of some use.
Huh? I'm fucking alive.
Oh, you are still breathing. What luck.
What a lucky day this is.
Hey, he's trying to say something.
Ah, shit, why is my fucking blood on the ground purple? Ah, but it pink on my face. I'm so confused. The fucking papped out.
358 over 2 days, Fubuki.
3?
What does that mean? What the fuck does that mean, random guy?
I was not quite able to hear you. Could you please repeat yourself?
Hey, hang in there.
Rewind.
He's not breathing.
Try it
Where's
again.
the ambulance?
Maybe that was a dying message? It sounded to me as though he was trying to say the number 3. If I am not mistaken, those were the last words he uttered before death. I must not let them go to waste. Oh, if I rewind time, I can hear his message again.
Do it.
Repeatedly hearing someone's dying message is something only I can do.
I can hear the rest of it.
What are you mumbling about? If you're not gonna help, get out of the...
Actually, why not try to prevent him from dying in the first place instead?
That's an even better idea.
Protecting the people is part of my duties as a detective. I may still make it in time if I hurry.
I'm gonna have to haul ass though.
Hey,
Hey,
you there?
Pardon me, I am in a hurry.
Shut up, bitch.
Come on, Fubuki. Gonna catch his ass.
Oh,
Ah,
please.
fuck. Ah.
Are you all right? something you must say to me? Please, go ahead.
What does the number 3 mean? Tell me!
2? As in the number?
Hey, you. What happened? Are you all right? Should I call an ambulance?
No need. I am fine. I shall be right back.
Gotta go even earlier.
The dying message was different this time. First was 3. Next it was 2. I wonder what it could mean.
The next was 1. Come on.
Hey, you there.
This is exhausting. I might not make it. Oh, perfect timing. Pardon me. Please let me in.
There's no demon time!
Forward! Full speed ahead!
I'm gonna catch them all in the car. Oh, yeah. Oh, fucking happened. Yes. Hey, guy, you okay? Hey, buddy.
Are you alright?
Fubuki, you keep fucking killing me, you stupid bitch. 1. Say it. Say 1.
What happened here? Can you talk?
There. 1.
Oh, he's reading the dice.
1? Now it is 1? What could it mean? Tell me, please, before you die!
Or something.
Someone push you off? Who was the culprit?
I was just fucking really amped about this dice game.
No good. I must do it over again.
Hey, he's still breathing. The car's roof must have cushioned his fall.
Wow, that definitely wouldn't have happened if that car wasn't there. If he hit the concrete, he would be dead, like all those other times we don't know about. Thank you, random passerby.
Hurry up and call an ambulance.
Not sure if that really would have worked that way.
Thank goodness.
I think you'd still die pretty damn good.
I think
It is
fuck.
true. Today really is my lucky day. What a happy ending.
Well, that was Fubuki's DLC. Hope you're glad you paid fucking $8 for this or whatever the hell it was. Yep, that's it. On to fucking Halara. See what they're up to. I bet it's something fucking dope. Not like from dumb old Fubuki and her stupid ditzy ass bullshit where she caught a dead dude did like 3 times. I don't know. You know what? I don't care anymore.
What a happy ending. And that is what happened the other day.
This figure's like, what the fuck?
That's not a happy ending at all. Nothing was solved.
And the guy died at the hospital anyway.
Did the guy live?
Yes, he managed to survive. Although he is currently in a coma.
So you still don't know why he fell from the sky?
The newspaper says it was an attempted suicide. It seems he climbed over a fence on top of the building.
He's going after that dice.
I bet the peacekeepers made that up after another half-assed investigation.
Regardless, it has nothing to do with us.
I mean, you're right and all, but doesn't it bother you? That sure is a weird dying message. At first it was 3, then 2, then finally 1, right? It's like a countdown or something. I've never heard of a changing dying message.
That's because dying messages are normally a one-time event.
So perhaps the message changed because I turned back time.
No, that doesn't make sense. The victim had already fallen by the time you arrived at the scene. So whether it be a suicide or a homicide, the events leading up to the fall shouldn't have changed. And I doubt he'd want to tell you something different each time. What do you think, Halara?
Should I assume you're requesting to hire me with that question?
Never mind then. It was dumb of me to ask.
I got no
No
money.
matter the problem, asking for my assistance is the wisest choice one can make.
Except you charge an arm and a leg each time.
Naturally, I must charge an appropriate rate. Although, in this case, it doesn't seem like a criminal act. I suppose I don't mind, if we consider this a conversation among friends.
Oh, so we're friends now. What's with the change of heart?
I wonder why the dying message changed. Do you know why, Halara?
I can deduce the possibilities. However, I cannot declare anything unless I investigate the scene myself.
So an investigation is still necessary.
Investigation time.
You definitely want to remember this.
Clues. You can review the info of acquired clues. Yes, thank you, game. We're still getting solution keys. The message the man left for Fubuki the first time. 3, 2, 1.
By the way, according to the newspaper, the victim fell from a 4-story building. Floor 1 is a luxury brand shop. Floor 2 is a restaurant. Floor 3 is a beauty salon. And floor 4 is a casino. Each floor has windows facing the street that cannot be opened.
Okay, that's where the dice came from then.
Thus, it's very likely the victim fell from the rooftop.
Okay.
Do we have an ID on the victim?
He's a 25-year-old man. He works at the shop on the first floor, but often goes to the other floors as a customer.
So the people in the building were his acquaintances. There's still a chance someone else from the building took him up to the roof and pushed him off.
Okay.
Perhaps the dying message indicates who did it?
If that was the case, then it's weird the message changed each time he got to the victim. Or maybe there's someone named 321? That can't be it, right?
You can't say that with certainty.
Okay, fair enough, but that doesn't explain why the message changed.
That reminds me, when the victim mentioned 1 the last time he spoke, he actually said, there.
There.
There? Did he find something?
The dice.
That I do not know, though he did look as though he was searching for something.
Is that dice still there?
What does that mean?
The victim must have had something in his hand while he was falling. The impact of the fall caused him to drop it.
I see. So the victim found the item, then left the message 1.
If you think about it that way, the victim's message makes sense, and it's likely the item is related to the case.
Fubuki, did you find anything at the scene?
My deepest apologies. I did not notice anything of the sort.
You may be careless, but I doubt you'd miss something so big you'd need 2 hands to hold it. Which means it had to be something small enough that it could be easily missed. Hold on. The victim must have held this thing in his hand the first time he fell. But instead of 1, he said 3 that time. Was he holding something different each time he fell? Or was he holding more than 1 thing?
Considering when Fubuki turned back time, it's hard to believe he held something different each time. However, we cannot eliminate the possibility there may have been multiple items.
I am now more lost than ever.
If we follow the logic, we will always arrive at our destination, the truth.
The truth.
But I am truly lousy at that.
Don't give up, princess. Let's start from the beginning.
Very well. I shall try. If the victim was holding something, that would be a key clue in this case, right? First, regarding the size of what he was holding...
Small.
That's right. Even Fubuki, who was at the scene immediately after the victim fell, didn't notice that small item.
But Nico did.
Therefore, it's reasonable to believe that whatever he held was something that could fit in the palm of his hand.
And the impact of the fall caused him to drop it. The third time, the victim realized he dropped it and appeared to be looking around for it. And when he saw it, he said, there, 1. But why would the victim mumble the word 1 after seeing it?
I find it funny because, like, I mean, it was pretty visible for us, you know? I mean, I don't know. I guess they probably made it visible so for any observant players, they could just already figure it out, but... The surface of the number displayed the number 1 because there was only one of it. This.
Normally, that would mean that whatever was on the surface of the item displayed the number 1, would it not? So the victim saw that and read the number 1 aloud.
Huh? That's a dumb conclusion to make.
You're dumb, Desahiko.
No, that's a sensible way to think about it. It's logical as well. The victim saw it and mumbled 1. So we should assume it was actually written there.
Are you serious? So, whatever it is has the numbers written on its surface, right? What is it then? I don't get it. In the beginning, he said 3, not 1.
It's not strange at all if we assume the number changes depending on the situation.
The number can change?
It's kind of funny. I wonder how it changed. How did it change the second time? It wasn't any different, right? Technically, he fell the exact same way. We didn't catch him or anything. Maybe we like bumped into it with our feet?
Wait, then that must be it.
Whoa, Fubuki! Do you know what it is?
Yes, although it is just my guess. The item the victim was holding...
A watch! A die. Nothing
Such
funny.
as a die, or something.
It was dummy thick.
Say some stupid shit like that.
A die? Oh, I get it. The number would change depending on the roll. Hold on. It first went from 3 to 2. Isn't it strange the numbers weren't the same?
Yeah, see?
Fubuki arrived at the scene after the victim fell. By that time, the die would have fallen from the victim's hand. Which means that whatever number turned up on the die should have been set by that point. It couldn't have changed.
Oh, she picked him up.
You're right. Do you have a counter argument for this?
In that case, perhaps this explains it.
Because the angle from which we saw it was different because the day was my most lucky day. Okay. I guess it because, the angle from... Yeah, because he was lying on the ground and I see, yeah.
The angle from which he saw the die would have been different.
The angle?
The first time, the victim was lying face down. If there was a die in his line of sight, he would have only seen one side of it.
What about the second time?
The second time, I arrived just a bit earlier, so I tried to help the victim up. At that moment, he probably saw the top side of the die.
I see. So that's how it went. It's true that under normal circumstances, only the number on the top of a die is read.
He landed on the taxi the third time, so it is possible that the roll of the die changed.
Fubuki, you sure are sharp this morning.
Damn, girl!
Really?
Okay. The die.
So basically, it went like this. The victim fell from the rooftop while holding a die. He dropped it once he hit the ground, which means the die was cast. As the victim was knocking on death's door, he mumbled whatever number he saw.
He really gave a shit about what was on that die, too.
Great job to do
And not so much the fact that he was actually the one dying. Aha, bazinga. Fuck me.
Does it appear that I'm becoming a better detective?
Yeah, but not nearly as great as me.
Yeah.
We still lack an answer regarding the final part.
The final part?
What was the victim trying to communicate with his dying message?
Now that you mention it, you're totally right. Why did he even bother reading the number on the die?
Perhaps it was to inform us of the identity of the culprit?
There is no doubt that the die was meant to point out the culprit. Nearing death, the victim sought out the die to inform you of that. But in his daze, the best he could do was say the number he saw.
So the die was pointing out the culprit?
Wait, wasn't there a place that had something to do with dice in the building the victim fell from?
Oh, so perhaps the culprit was in there?
It was the luxury brand shop. Of course, he walked out from the first floor and died.
Perhaps the culprit was in the casino on the 4th floor?
That's probably it.
You did it, Princess. I didn't think you'd be able to figure it out.
There is no way I could have done so on my own. You have my deepest thanks, Halara and Desuhiko.
You owe me 8 billion doodles.
Yup. Now bow down to my charisma. Still, we're just making assumptions here. We have no solid evidence. If someone said we made it all up based on his dying words, that'd be the end of it.
But We made so much progress in our investigation. Is there nothing to be done about it, Halara?
It would be one thing if we had the dye as evidence, but it would be extremely difficult to find now.
If only I had noticed it and picked it up.
No biggie. It's not something you'd notice normally. Hey, Halara, what if we use your forte to find out where the dye went?
I can't use my abilities while the victim is still alive.
Damn it, fucking shouldn't have saved in them. God damn it all.
Damn, you make it sound so ominous.
Leaving this case alone is still a valid option. No one made a request for us to investigate, so it's not an urgent matter.
He's fine, he's just in a coma. He's not dead.
The case will solve itself once the victim wakes up.
The culprit might attack the victim again before that happens. Since they didn't get him the first time, they might try to finish the job.
That would be terrible! This is all my responsibility!
Holy shit, what was that fucking sound? What the hell was that? Whoa. That was an extensively long and loud sound that just like, sounded like the music in the background was getting all fucking crazy. That was much more than like a, it was like, sorry.
I don't think there's any need for you to feel responsible, but I wouldn't feel good about leaving this unsolved. Hey, Halara, you know of any ways around this?
There is one.
Stop teasing us and just say it! Oh, and before you ask, I'm not paying a damn thing.
A clue, then. Ask the fortune teller.
Are you a villager in an RPG or something?
The fortune teller!
Huh? Did something spring to mind?
I told you in the beginning, remember? A fortune teller approached me.
My god, of course, she was probably the killer. She's the only other one in this fucking story so far. She had to be the one to do it. Damn it, that crazy old wrinkly bitch, I fucking knew it.
What's that got to do with this case?
Everything.
You should interrogate that fortune teller about the casino. You may hear something interesting.
I understand. I shall depart after breakfast.
But hey, are you going alone? Fine, I'll join you. Halara, you're coming with, right?
No, fuck you.
I'm not going without a formal request.
So much for being friends.
All you have done is more than enough for me. Thank you very much. I can handle the rest on my own.
I'm here too, you know.
Does nobody else come to this fucking cafe, the hotel, or whatever the hell?
Hey, you!
Hey, you there.
Us?
Yes, you lovebirds. You make one fine pair.
Yeah, don't say that.
You will succeed in all you do today. Consider it your lucky day, so to speak.
Lucky day?
Yes, it'll be the best day of your life. If you were ever to play a game of chance, today would be the day.
Oh, is she like the one directing people up there or something? And then people up there get fucking tossed off the roof or whatever.
Shall I read your fortune? I'll tell you what your lucky number is.
Yes, please.
It appears that multiples of 3 are your lucky numbers. If you're going to gamble, be sure to bet on increments of 3.
I get it. This is what Halara was getting at.
What do you mean?
You're in bed with that casino up ahead, aren't you?
What are you saying? Casino? I don't know what you're talking about.
Again, proving that Yasuhiko is actually kind of sharp when he's not fucking horny.
You claim we have good luck to scam us at the casino.
That's a baseless accusation. I'm just an ordinary fortune teller.
You must have heard about the guy who fell from the casino's building. The victim was nearly killed by someone who works there. I bet he knew too much about your secret.
He had to die.
If you know something, you better cough it up now. Or you might be next. If you're working with dangerous people, you should call it quits today. We can take care of the rest, so tell us what you know.
You have literally no evidence to prove any of this. Suck my balls, bitch.
Well, I tried.
As you said, My job is to lure customers in and guide them to the casino.
Oh, that was easy.
The lucky number thing is all a lie. In fact, if they pick those numbers, they will surely lose.
But I truly believed it was my lucky day.
No! Did you see the name of the episode? It's a lucky day, lady!
I'm sorry. I actually don't know how to tell anyone's fortune. I just followed the manual.
And that manual was made by the casino?
Yes. Cheating is rampant in the casino. They really conduct some dirty business there.
Do you know the man who fell from the building?
Yes. He's what they call a hired plant. He mixes in with the customers and steers them a certain way so the casino can cheat them.
Ah, the house always wins, right?
So, my ears perked up when I heard he attempted to kill himself. I knew he'd made a mistake and was being silenced.
I see. So that's what it was.
Hey, are you really gonna do something about them? If they find out I told you all this...
Leave it to me. Who do you think I am? I am the superstar detective, slayer of evil, Desuhiko Thunderbolt!
Do I sound cool, lady? Will you date me afterwards? I don't give a crap if you're like fucking 90 years old, alright? Destiny will take anybody at this point.
That's not very reassuring.
It appears the entire casino is in on this crime. There will only be more victims if we leave them be.
We might as well see this through to the end. Though, I bet the chief would tell us to stay out of trouble.
But what shall we do? We lack even a single piece of evidence. I would feel terrible if we had to involve the fortune teller more than necessary.
I guess we'll have to rush in from the front.
Which means we are going on an adventure!
Yes!
Yeah!
Yeah! Adventure!
Are they really gonna be alright?
Am I gonna be alright?
This looks like the place.
Indeed. Do you have a plan, Desuhiko?
Of course. The plan name is Leave Things to Chance.
Wow! That sounds exciting!
Let's go, Fubuki!
Right!
Wait,
Oh my god, it's goddamn Halara Nightmare!
Halara,
Out of
what are
nowhere.
you doing here?
I knew you'd rush in without a plan.
You are correct, Halara!
Nah.
Carelessly sowing confusion will simply result in more victims. Don't be so rash.
Are you trying to get in our way? It'd be one thing if you just stayed out of it.
I'm saying the two of you don't stand a chance. If you're up against a casino, let me handle it.
Are you going to help us?
Bet on me and you are sure to win. Listen, here's the plan.
Oh shit. Oh shit, we're not gonna hear it. We're just only have to watch it happen. It's fucking Scooby-Doo time. Here's what we gotta do. Blah, 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 blah. And then we're gonna watch it happen afterwards, right? And then it's all gonna fuck up, and Scooby's just gonna land on and be like, yo, Zoink, Scooby, you like got the bad guy. They're like, now let's find out who this person really is. And we rip their fucking face off, and they're like, ah!
Wow, they actually made the inside of the casino. I'm shocked. Well, I guess technically those slot machines were actually in that bar section in the other area. And technically that mini bar over there probably was also the same mini bar that we saw in Makoto's penthouse suite. So some probably was reused assets. Sorry, Eliza, I mean, that's why I was shocked to see that there were new portraits in the last one. Listen, man, I'm just not trying to say anything like they're lazy or whatever, but I really wasn't expecting them to make new assets for this DLC. I thought it would mostly be kind of an afterthought. So it's actually a good thing. I'm impressed.
I'd like to convert all this into chips.
Right away.
Are we just gonna like rewind this shit until we win?
Call the owner over. I'd like to play a game. Tell the owner I want to talk to him about that attempted suicide.
Understood.
How can I help you? You don't seem affiliated with the Peacekeepers.
I'll be direct. You tried to erase one of your hired plans.
What are you talking about?
I'll bet all of my chips. If you win, then this issue will disappear. We'll conclude our investigation and never return. And of course, you can keep all the chips.
Halara, are you sure about this?
And if you win?
You will confess your crimes and turn yourself into the Peacekeepers.
Yeah, right. Fuck it. He's gonna be like, yeah, no. Like, we end up winning. He's just gonna pull out a gun and shoot us in the face.
Very well. I don't know what crime you're speaking of, but as the owner of the casino, I cannot turn down such a direct challenge.
I expect you to keep your word.
Of course, and you as well. So, what would you like to play?
Bring some dice.
A game of craps?
Yes, but let's cut out all of the complicated rules. This game will consist of 4 dice. Each player will take 2 and roll them at the same time. Whoever gets exactly 7 wins. If both rolls land on 7, then it's a draw and the game continues.
Very well. We will prepare the dice. Are you fine with that?
I don't mind.
Our dice are definitely not fucked with, right? Totally.
You'll roll the dice.
What? Me? But you are far better at gambling, Halara.
Yeah, but you're the one with the fucking rewind powers, girl! You don't get what we're
I'm going
doing?
to find out what's going on. Just roll the dice like you normally would. However, if the opponent rolls a 7, turn back time.
Oh, right. I do have that ability.
Oh yeah, I can do that, yeah!
Are you ready? Let's play.
Time to dice. Oh, they rolled a 7. Go back. Now.
Well, well. Looks like that's game.
However, if the opponent rolls a 7, turn back time.
Halara, I just turned back time. He rolled a 7 right at the start. And my roll was terrible, by the way. I completely lost.
You suck!
I knew it. But you can do this as many times as you want. That's your strength.
Speak for yourself, lady!
Right.
Are you done with your huddle? No amount of planning will help with dice. You must let luck take over from here. Now, let us play.
Yes, game this time.
Still got a 7.
Why?
Well, well. Looks like that's game.
We're gonna be fucking exhausted by the end of this shit.
However, if the opponent rolls a 7...
Yes, I know!
I have returned. This is the second time. The opponent rolled 7 on the first throw both times. And the timing of the dice roll was different from before, so I thought there would be different numbers. Are casino owners blessed with natural luck?
No, it's not luck. He's probably cheating.
Cheating?
Seems like he's going all out. Well then, there's no reason for us to hold back either.
But what are you going to do? If he can cast a 7 each time through cheating, no amount of turning back time will help. Moreover, there is a limit to how many times I can use my ability.
Before I start just profusely vomiting.
There is a way to prevent his cheating.
Really?
However, prevention doesn't guarantee us victory. In order for us to win, you must roll a 7.
Huh.
Oh, right.
Can you do it this time, Fubuki?
I can certainly try.
God, please.
I became a detective by challenging
God,
my
music.
own fate.
Oh my god, it's getting so real.
I refuse to lose here.
I'll
Do it.
join you in your battle.
Yes.
Right.
Are you done with your little meeting?
Seriously, roll the fucking dice. Good lord. Dummy thick girl.
All you want. but I don't think it will change the numbers on the dice. Now, shall we play?
Before we begin, I'm thirsty. Can I get some water?
Very well.
Glug, 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 glug. Oh, fuck.
Oh, excuse me.
What are you trying to do?
My hand slipped. Let's begin.
Very well.
I'm counting on you, Fubuki. This game won't end until you roll a 7.
I'm not exactly sure what Halara is planning here.
Leave it to me. Come on, 7.
Come on, come on. Fucking roll that shit. Come on, Fubuki. Blah, 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 blah.
You. How did you?
Oh, back from the dead, asshole. Ha! That's Desahiko.
Wow, this is incredible! I won! I really won!
8.
Impossible! I can't lose with these dice!
Seems like the game is over. You must now confess your crimes.
Oh, eyes roll the back of his head. Thought he was just gonna pull out a knife and stab us or something. Confess to this! Bah!
I'm glad to see you have regained consciousness. Are you alright after that awful fall?
Desahiko, dang it.
What? No, it's me, Desuhiko. We went over this before we entered the casino. Were you even listening?
As I suspected, the dice used by the casino were rigged. The victim must have intended to let others know about it with a dying message. It was obvious they'd cheat if we challenged them to a match involving dice.
Which is where I came in. Well, I distracted the staff. Halara messed with the dice.
So that is what happened.
I forgot all about this plan. I forgot we even had a conversation.
I was only able to win thanks to Halara.
No, I didn't touch your dice, Fubuki.
Huh? Then I really rolled a 7 on my own?
You did it, Fubuki.
Yes, you won that game.
Really? Thank goodness! I won that game!
Great job, Princess.
Yes! Even if it was just a little bit, I believe I grew as a detective.
Now I feel like entering the lottery.
Yeah, you probably want to do that.
Hey, Halara, please do something. Fubuki has been completely obsessed since that day. There's no way I can win against someone who can turn back time.
How rude. I would never cheat like that. Come on, Desuhiko. One more game.
Cute.
Fubuki's luckiest day ever.
Very cute. Well, I feel like we're not like super far, so for that reason, let's go ahead and see Halara's final gumshoe gap. I do not think this is going to end with Halara professing their love for Yuma.
Halara asked for me, so I'm at the cafe. Halara? Did you want something from me?
Do you really have to ask? It's about your debt, obviously. Well, how do you plan on paying me back?
Better have the money right now or I'm breaking your kneecaps.
Sorry.
Well, you can't do anything but apologize.
It appears you have no repayment plan in place. If you don't change that soon, I will consider implementing interest.
Please don't.
Then you better come up with a plan to pay me back.
All right. But if all you wanted to talk about was my debt, why'd you invite me here? We could have gone over it at the agency.
I got my friends here to help get the money out of you.
I don't want you to grow accustomed to owing me. People lose their sense of urgency in paying back debts when complacent. That's why I'm reminding you right now.
I see. It's not my place to say since I'm the one in debt here, but don't you make enough money as a detective, Halara? You're always trying to make more. What do you need all that money for anyway?
I suppose I can tell you.
She wants to buy the biggest, fluffiest kitty in the world.
Huh?
If I continue to save at this rate, I will be able to create a program in about 6 years. That is what the money is for.
A program?
A program that will save 30% of all cats around the world experiencing hardship.
Oh my god, I was kind of right.
What? Oh, That caught me so off guard that I don't know what to say. You want to start a charity?
No, not a charity. This is all for my personal satisfaction. Cats provide a healing experience, so I want to give back to them in some way. That's all.
The power of Mr. Kitty.
That's amazing! How wonderful!
Enough. As I said, this is all for my personal satisfaction. I don't want to hear your praise for it.
Oh, but if it's so important, why did you tell me? I didn't even threaten you or anything.
Yes, about that. I'm sure you already know this, but a detective can lose their life at any moment.
Yeah, you did teach me that.
So if I were to die, I want you to carry out this plan for me. I've been thinking it over for a while. I figured this was a good time to tell you.
Huh? Why me, though?
I'm not sure myself. What do you think?
We both like cats to replace the debt I owe. I'm trustworthy. We both like cats!
Because I like cats like you do?
Don't get ahead of yourself.
You don't like cats anywhere near me, bitch.
Huh? What do you mean?
It is true you are a cat lover, but it's quite obvious I am on an entirely different level. I'd appreciate it if you'd never call yourself a cat lover in front of me again.
You're so strict about this. Well, guess I was wrong. Then in
Just
that
trustworthy,
case,
but I want to pick the funny one.
Could it be that it's because you trust me? I hope I'm not assuming too much there.
Incorrect. No matter who it is, I will not trust any human. So it is not accurate to say, I trust you.
I see.
However, I wouldn't mind being betrayed by you. Or rather, I would accept a betrayal at your hands.
Huh? Isn't that practically the same as trusting me?
In my mind, it's entirely different. I don't trust you.
Okay. But the way you said you wouldn't mind if I betrayed you, that makes me way happier than if you just said you trusted me.
No! God damn it!
Anyway, we were discussing something else. You will pay your debt to me in full.
Yeah, I know.
Master, you and Halara have forged the ultimate bond together.
Now give me the money, Yuma! Fucking give me the money! Oh my god, my kneecaps!
Good for you, Master. I'm happy for you.
Okay, well, might as well continue going, right? I think we can fit 2 into this episode. The Nocturnal Detective Agency receives a request to investigate an unusual drowning. Was it suicide or murder? Will Master Detective Halara be able to solve this odd and onerous case? Always with pure demon logic.
Halara, do you know where the milk I put in the fridge went? I was saving it for my coffee.
I drank it all.
Beats me.
That's my seat, you know.
How much?
Huh?
How much do you want for it? I'll pay your asking price. Well?
You gotta be kidding. Fine. Just keep sitting there.
I will.
I will, bitch.
Huh? Someone's coming. I wasn't expecting guests today.
It's a lady.
Right this way. It's a bit cramped in here.
Are you the chief of the Nocturnal Detective Agency? My name is Tetra. Pleased to meet you.
I'm the chief. That's just one of our detectives.
Oh, excuse me. Your detective was sitting at the biggest desk here, so I assumed that...
My seat gets stolen the moment I leave it open.
No respect.
Let's sit down.
I was told you investigate murders.
A murder case? It's possible for us to handle it, but what we can or can't do depends on whether or not the peacekeepers have already gone through it.
I see. My father passed away in a rather bizarre manner. The peacekeepers declared it was an accidental death. But I just can't believe it was an accident.
The peacekeepers usually try to declare any unnatural deaths as accidents. Why do you suspect that it wasn't one?
My father kept tropical fish as a hobby. One morning, he was found dead, drowned with his head stuck in the fish tank. Do you really think that could be an accident?
He drowned with his head stuck in a fish tank? Can you describe the situation?
The fish tank is set rather low, so you can view it from above. My father was in a kneeling position, with his head dunked into the water.
That sure is bizarre. What did the peacekeepers have to say?
He was sticking his head under there to talk to his fish. Oh, I can't breathe around the blood.
They say he was electrocuted and passed out when he touched the temperature control switch with wet hands. And he fell into the water and drowned, unfortunately.
Are you sure the cause of death was drowning?
Yes, that appears to be the case without a doubt. A trustworthy doctor did the autopsy.
I see. From what you've said, you can't really deny that it could have been an accident.
No, the problem is the room where my father passed away. It was obvious that someone else had rummaged around.
What do you mean?
Well, the room has lots of tropical fish tanks lined up. But on the day my father died, all of them were shattered to pieces.
Fuck these fish.
And of course there was water and dead fish all over the floor. Someone must have forced their way into the room to do something so terrible. I believe my father was murdered by whoever did that. This must be a murder. Please uncover the truth of my father's death.
Avenge him!
What do you think, Halara?
Beats me. I wasn't paying attention.
Don't lie. There's no way you couldn't hear us.
You can assume I don't exist, unless pay is involved.
I can pay. My father left me an inheritance.
Oh, don't mind my detective. Our rates are always reasonable here.
Then you'll investigate this case on my behalf?
Huh? Yes, of course. As detectives sworn to protect this town, we can't leave any mysteries unsolved.
Thank you. I'm so happy I worked up the courage to come here.
The Nocturnal Detective Agency is here to protect the peace of Kanai Ward. You can always count on us. As for investigating this case, we'll check out the crime scene soon. Promise. Jeez.
That was rather reckless of you to promise.
It's not like I have a choice. I can't just abandon people in need.
This is where Halara's forte is going to come into play, since they can see the crime scene.
I'm Yaku Furio, chief of the Nocturnal Detective Agency. I gotta protect this town.
Sometimes.
Do you even have a single lead to solve this case?
What? Of course. I'm a detective after all. If I proceed with the investigation, I'm sure I can find some kind of clue. But I'll need your help, Halara.
That depends on the payment.
You know I don't have a lot of money.
And you know that I don't work for cheap.
Then, how about a deal instead?
What deal?
If you solve this case, I'll let you keep a cat here.
Oh, got him.
Really?
Yes, really. Hey,
and they're gone.
Where are you going?
To the crime scene.
Hold on. The client just left. Why don't you wait until tomorrow?
There's no time!
Fine. I shall review the case's records until then.
Halara's fee is cheaper than I thought.
Better get a litter box ready. Rating cats and dog. And dog? Singular dog? What up, dog?
Thank you for coming. You really are willing to investigate the case.
Well, that's our duty at the Nocturnal Detective Agency. Your house is pretty big. Your father must have been well off.
Yes. My father owned a medical devices company. He contributed to Kanai Ward's medical advancements for years. I simply can't believe he met his end like this.
We'll find justice for him.
Thank you. I am in your debt.
No, you're in my debt.
This is my fiance, Jaren. We've been living together for about a year now.
He did it. It was this guy right here.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm the guy that killed the dude.
I'd like to ask you more about the details later, but can we take a look at the scene for now? Oh, before that, do you have a photo of your father?
Of course. Here's a picture from when he was still alive.
Thank you. Halara, over here. I'll leave the investigation to you. It's a bit too cramped for all of us to be wandering about. I'll keep speaking to them outside. Talk to me when you're done.
Understood.
Do this for Mr. Kitty.
Now, time to review the cards I've been dealt.
You definitely want to remember this.
Yes, clues.
Right.
There's some stains on the floor. It's likely due to the water spill from the tanks. Other than that, nothing else seems suspicious.
Okay.
All of the fish tanks have been shattered. There's broken glass scattered on the inside, which means it's certain someone smashed it inward. Why would someone do this?
Out of anger. It probably was her husband or whatever, her boyfriend was like, he spent all his time looking at the fish. Spending all our money on the fish.
Could have been food for the tropical fish are placed together. Seems like nothing has been used since the incident. There's some dust.
Okay. You know, game, you're making it pretty clear which ones are useful and which aren't when you're when there are ones that Halara voice acts and ones that they don't.
What is this? There is a stain here that looks like a horizontal line. Upon close inspection, there appears to be a faint outline of the same stain along all 4 walls.
Even across the door. Weird. Vent?
An ordinary vent. There's some blue paint on the inner side of the frame. Looks like something rubbed against it. This may have something to do with the case.
Huh. Okay.
It's a regular sliding window with a crescent lock. There are no suspicious marks on it. There is a small veranda outside. We're on the 2nd floor, so any rain that falls off the eaves flows to the drain.
Okay. Door.
There is a sticky substance stuck to the doorframe. Perhaps tape residue?
Huh.
I've investigated things of note, but
Time to go back in time, baby.
That's about all I can investigate for now. I should go talk to our clients before I observe the crime scene at the time the body was discovered.
Okay.
The crime scene has been inspected, Chief.
Thanks.
There are a few things I'd like to confirm.
Yes, please ask me anything.
Can you give me the details of when you discovered the body?
It was, I think, around 6 in the morning. My father usually woke up early for breakfast, but when I went to get him, he wasn't in his room. So I looked around and noticed Sugar barking at this room.
Sugar?
That's the name of our dog.
There's the dog in the chapter name. Doggo's here.
Hey!
Come give me some sugar. Oh, good. Halara does like dogs too.
Sugar sure is happy. She's rarely friendly with anyone.
She barks at me all the time.
It's because you're the bad guy, Jaren.
There.
Shall we continue?
Oh, sorry. Sugar was barking in front of the room, so I opened the door to take a look. There I saw my father. His head was in the fish tank. He was already...
I heard her scream
It's
and
gone.
ran over. But what I saw took my breath away. The fish tanks were all destroyed. The floor was covered with water. All the tropical fish Father loved were scattered across the floor, dead.
Were they valuable?
I'm not sure. I don't know how much they were worth, but the fact is, my father cared for them a great deal.
If the fish were expensive, do you think someone tried to steal them?
Are you implying my father's murder was an afterthought?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just considering possibilities.
If they were going to steal the fish, I doubt they'd smash the tanks.
You're right.
Do you know the estimated time of death for the victim?
I believe it was around 10 o'clock the night before.
When was the last time you saw him alive?
Right around 7 that night. I ate dinner with him. He went to his room after that.
Okay.
Does anyone else live here?
It's just me and him now. The servant left after making dinner before 7.
Tell me, what were you doing around 10 that night?
After finishing dinner with my father, I did some cleaning and washed the dishes. Jaren came to the dining hall around 8 for dinner. And then we watched TV in the living room until around midnight.
And Jaren, what the fuck were you doing, huh?
Yes. I know for certain we were together between 8 and midnight.
Did you ever get up during that time? Such as to go to the bathroom?
I don't think so.
Were there any screams or sounds of a struggle around 10 at night?
No, not at all.
I see. That leaves me wondering who entered that room, when they did, and why they smashed all the fish tanks. The fish tanks are large and have thick glass. You'd think you'd hear them being smashed.
True. All I know for certain is that we didn't hear anything like that.
Okay.
Do you often come in and out of this room?
Not at all. Only my father used this room.
What did the peacekeepers have to say when they saw the state of things in the room?
They said my father was stressed out. That he lost control and smashed all the tanks himself.
He was like, die first.
Was he actually stressed out?
Truth be told, my father was lamenting over a prized tropical fish he had accidentally killed that morning. I thought he could have done something extreme, given how much he regretted his mistake.
He did look rather depressed.
Still, my mild-mannered father would never do something like this.
Did you notice anything strange about your father during dinner?
He was sad about the fish, but he ate normally. I didn't notice anything in particular.
It's hard to think he was so distraught that he'd smash all the tanks on his own.
You're right. But that's what the peacekeepers told us happened.
I'll take another look around. For now, I'd like to ask you to leave the room.
So you're gonna do that thing, yeah? I'm counting on you. Let's wait outside.
Gonna do the thing.
The trump card is still face down. Time to use my post-cognition to see how things were at the time the body was first discovered.
Alright. You what up, Daddy?
The victim's body is kneeling against the edge of a fish tank, with his head inside. Like the other tanks, this one is smashed up too.
Meaning that I guess he had to have been drowned, so seemingly drowned before the water emptied.
Looking closely, he is soaking wet. It'd make sense if it was just his upper body. But for his whole body to be soaked is unusual.
He pissed all over himself when he died. Okay.
Even in post-cognition, traces of sticky substance are on the frame. With some kind of tape stuck on.
Okay.
I see.
All tanks seem to have been smashed inward. There's not much difference from the room in its present state.
Okay. Fish keeping equipment.
I see.
At the time the body was found, many things were scattered around. Could this sort of mess be caused by just a broken fish tank?
There are dead tropical fish everywhere. The whole floor is completely drenched.
Oh.
It's not locked. Anyone could come and go through here. Perhaps this is how the culprit entered the place.
Okay. Oh!
There's a dead tropical fish in the drain on the veranda. Why would that be there?
It's a clownfish too. Nemo! No! On the fan, no blue stuff.
Stuck on the frame can be seen here.
Oh wait, no. I guess it's still there? I guess it is still there. Okay. The wall stains.
Some stains on the walls were present when the body was found. I don't see particular differences. Those stains are darker than they are currently. Just mean they were made around this time.
Okay.
I'm beginning to see the truth behind this case. That's all the investigating I need to do for now.
Are you done?
Doggo, what'd you find? Me got an important clue, look!
The dog has something in her mouth.
Hey, Sugar!
What's this?
That's Sugar's favorite toy. It's just a rubber hose tied up in a knot. Ever since she was a puppy, Sugar has loved playing tug-of-war with a rubber hose. So I still make toys out of hoses like this. But I don't think I made one for her recently. Where did she get it from?
Is that toy important clue?
Wow, that's interesting. Let me take a look.
Wait, don't touch it.
What's wrong?
Put that in a plastic bag without touching it directly. I believe it's evidence.
That's evidence?
Consider it a precaution.
Sugar's favorite toy. A short rubber hose tied into a knot. So that was like wrapped around the room or something?
How's the investigation going? Are the peacekeepers right? Did my father pass away due to an accident? Or was it...
The answer is clear. This was no accident, but a murder.
Huh? Really?
What makes you think it's a murder?
My thinking.
The walls, the fish tanks, the window, the floors. It's the window, because the window was locked, was unlocked, and there was a fish outside. What was it about it? Open, dry, shattered. It was open.
No, it's not enough to disprove the theory that it was an accident.
Oh. The walls were wet.
No, it's
Damn
not.
it. The fish tanks were shattered?
The victim died with his
okay.
head in the fish tank. Is that right?
Yes, that is certain.
As you can see, this fish tank was destroyed like all the others. That is far too strange. It means something logically impossible occurred.
Impossible? What do you mean?
I shouldn't have to explain it. If the victim drowned with his head in the tank, then it had to be filled with water. But as you can see, the fish tank is destroyed, meaning it is unable to contain water. Like with the other tanks, the water spilled out when it was smashed, emptying it.
I mean, assuming that it wasn't already smashed after he was already drowned in there. But I mean, Halara sees the time of death, right? Or not the time of death, the time the body was discovered.
So how could the victim drown in a fish tank that held no water?
Oh, now that you mention it.
The peacekeepers claim the victim was disoriented and smashed the fish tanks himself. But if the victim was still alive when he smashed the fish tanks, it would have been impossible for him to have drowned.
Ah, yes, I got you. I got you. We're just simply proving why it couldn't have just been him killing himself.
In other words, the victim was drowned, then placed next to the fish tank to make it seem like an accident. The culprit must have believed this camouflage would be enough to fool the peacekeepers.
So my father was murdered?
Yes, there is no mistake about it. This is murder.
Hold on. If the culprit wanted to make the victim look like he drowned, why did they destroy the fish tank? Didn't they realize their cover would be blown? And plus, all the fish tanks were destroyed, not just that one.
Dog yawning back there.
It must have been part of their plan for the peacekeepers to overlook this contradiction. However, destroying the tanks required a lot of effort. If the culprit did so despite the contradiction it created, then we have to assume there was an unavoidable reason behind it.
An unavoidable reason?
So, who is the culprit?
I must investigate further to find that out. I'll report back once I find the answer.
Yes, please.
Has anyone outside your family entered or left the house recently?
I don't think so.
Were there any tradesmen who came to work on your place?
I can't think of any.
Allow me to change the question. Have you recently done any remodeling or repairs to the home?
Oh, now that you mention it. The rain gutters on the roof were broken, so Jaren fixed them.
Oh yeah, did he now?
He fixed the rain gutters?
Yes, he's an avid DIYer. He not only fixed the broken parts, but also checked the gutters around the whole building, which was a lot of work.
I see. That concludes my investigation.
What? Are you sure that's enough? Jeez, you're always off in your own world. I'm sorry about that. Our ace detective isn't very friendly. That being said, I believe this case will be solved soon. Please be patient for just a bit longer.
Thank you.
Finish.
Halara, just as you suspected, it could be the fiancé.
Yeah.
Jaren has been
It's always
living in
the
the
fiancé.
client's home and mooching off her since he got fired from his job a year back. He's in quite a lot of debt, too. At one point, he was spending almost all his time in casinos. He kept asking the client's father for money, but was always denied. Seems the father was also against their marriage.
So money is the motive. If the father were to die, the daughter would inherit everything. So if he married her, the money would be his.
Makes sense. The thing is, that man has an alibi. The victim's estimated time of death is 10 at night. There's no mistake that Jaren was with the client at that time. It makes no sense to suspect Tetra, since she's our client. So we have to assume his alibi is airtight.
Right. I agree.
His alibi is perfect. Not only was he with Tetra at 10, But he was also with her for 2 hours before and after. So, as it stands, it's impossible for him to have killed the victim.
No, the alibi isn't a problem. It's possible if a certain trick was used.
A trick?
But I still lack hard evidence. Perhaps it's worth rolling the dice here.
Yeah, roll that dice. Like last case.
Are you sure about this?
We'll make our move tonight. Let's go to the client.
We're gonna do this again. Scooby-Doo's gonna come down, fucking solve the case again. Come on.
Is it true that you know the truth behind this case?
That's right, miss. Allow me to explain. The key detail for this case is the victim's cause of death. Without a doubt, the victim died by drowning. But making it look like he drowned in the fish tank was camouflage. Why would such a thing even be needed? Because it secured the killer's alibi.
You said that the victim's time of death was around 10 p.m. In other words, the culprit secured their alibi at the same time as they murdered the victim. Is that really possible?
Through a certain trick, it was possible to drown the victim even if the culprit wasn't there.
Drown him without being there?
The trick the culprit used was...
The vent, the fish tank, the hose, the body. The hose shook the room, dried the room, sealed the room, flooded the room. Flooded the room?
First, it involves this
did.
hose.
That's Sugar's toy.
If you untie the knot, it returns to being a hose. This was what was first used in the crime.
How was it used? Don't tell me that's the murder weapon.
If you check the vent, you'll see the color of paint scraped on there matches the hose. It was likely passed through the vent.
Someone put the hose in the vent. Why would anyone do that?
It's nothing special. The hose was simply used for its original purpose.
Its original purpose?
One end of the hose was placed on the edge of the rain gutter on the veranda side. Prior to this, the culprit adjusted the rain gutter so that the hose could be inserted into it. The rainwater from the gutter passed through the hose, filling the room.
Huh? What do you mean? Halara, you think this place got flooded with rainwater? That would drench the whole place.
When the body was found, the room was, in fact, drenched.
But that was because of the broken fish tanks, right?
That's part of it. But the main reason was due to rainwater pouring into the enclosed room.
But they also had to seal everything to make sure none of the water leaked out. So they sealed the front door so no water got out there. That's what all the sticky shit is on the door.
Wait, what do you mean? What's the point in flooding this room with rainwater?
The culprit's goal was to secure their own alibi at the estimated time of death. This trick was necessary for that.
I don't get it. Can you explain from the beginning?
Let's go over what the culprit did on the day of the crime in order. First, the culprit mixed sleeping pills into the victim's dinner. While the victim was asleep, the culprit proceeded to prepare the trick.
Sleeping pills in his food? That reminds me. My father did seem sleepy shortly after eating dinner.
After dinner, the victim likely went to his room to lay down. The culprit then sneaked into his room and carried him out while he was asleep. That was how the victim was transported to this room.
At this point, you're sure he was still alive?
Of course. If the culprit murdered the victim earlier, then their alibi wouldn't have worked. The culprit had to murder him in such a way that would secure their alibi. The preparations were done in this room. After bringing the victim here, the culprit used duct tape on the gap near the door to weather strip it.
Weather strip? What's that?
It prevents water from leaking outside.
What do you mean?
Let me explain. After weather stripping the door, the culprit started destroying the fish tanks. The culprit likely covered them with cloth to dampen the noise. Once he smashed all of them, he leaned the victim onto the fish tank. The culprit then moved to the window on the veranda and weather stripped the outside of it. Finally, they took the hose connected to the
It's a
rain
pretty,
and passed it through the vent to
fucking batshit clever way of drowning somebody.
preparations in place. The culprit left through the veranda and returned to the mansion as if nothing had happened.
How does that complete everything? The victim was still alive at the time, right? When was he murdered?
The victim naturally drowned after being left alone for several hours.
Huh? How's that?
The rainwater from the rubber hose flooded the room in a few hours. The whole room was turned into a fish tank, this time filled with rainwater.
Yeah, I see. The water only went. The line is where the water only going up to a certain point.
And that is how the victim drowned.
The whole room was flooded?
That can't be.
The proof lies in the stained walls. The day of the murder, the room must have been filled to that line with rainwater.
Look at Jaren there acting like he didn't know what the hell's going on. Oh, he's like, oh, really?
Rainwater killed the victim?
Correct. Only in this city could such an approach be possible. The rain never stops in Kanai Ward. This makes it easy to estimate the amount of rainfall to a certain degree. So it is not impossible to create this alibi trick with some calculation.
Just set this shit up and go watch the Titanic for a few hours.
I think that's a bit of a stretch. Wouldn't it take at least half a day for the room to fill with enough rainwater to drown the victim?
I'm sure it would require more rainwater than usual to accomplish it. Which means you'd need to gather all the rain falling around this giant mansion.
Gather all of it? How?
Through changing all the gutters around the building.
It would require slight adjustments to the rain gutters. After that, the rainwater would flow to the veranda.
There's so much insane thought put into this.
Adjustments to the rain gutters?
There would be plenty of water if all of the rain that pours upon the mansion is rerouted to this room. That explains how the culprit secured their alibi while drowning the victim. In the morning, before the body was found, they removed the weather stripping and drained the water through the veranda. If you check the drain in the veranda, you should find dead tropical fish that were carried out with the rainwater. The culprit smashed the tanks beforehand to prevent rainwater from being stored inside. Well, that's how I would have done it. But maybe the culprit didn't realize that before they started draining the water. Seeing the fish tanks filled with rainwater, the culprit panicked and smashed all of the glass to hide the evidence. They must have carelessly broken the one fish tank the corpse was leaning on in the process. Isn't that how it went? Jaren?
Got him.
I'll be direct. You are the culprit.
I called it literally the moment you walked in the room. Damn it, you never take me alive, Halara Nightmare.
Hold on. Is this some kind of joke? Why would I kill my father-in-law? That's stupid.
You're stupid.
But you were fixing the rain gutters a few days before the incident.
Shut up, you dumb bitch.
That's because you asked me to fix them. How does fixing some stuff pin me as the culprit? That's crazy talk.
You're crazy.
So you intend on maintaining that you're not the culprit?
Of course.
Then we'll have to ask our little friend for the answer.
Fluffy.
Come here, sugar. This is the rubber hose used for the trick. There are scrapes on its surface.
Sniff that shit.
That's the proof. I'm sure the culprit tried to dispose of it, tying it into a knot before throwing it away. But our friend here found it for us. Good girl, sugar. Only the culprit has directly touched the rubber hose. I'm certain his scent is still on it.
You can still smell through plastic bag.
Tell us, sugar. Who do you smell on this?
Sugar's gonna get up on its hind legs and then just like point its paw over to. It was him over there. Blah, blah, blah.
So, it is you.
Damn it! Curse that damn mutt! I told you Scooby-Doo would solve it. Damn it all, the demon lord!
This is complete nonsense. I won't accept it. If I have to,
I'll kill you all!
I'll kill all of you!
Oh my god, he didn't say it. Oh my god!
Hey, don't tell me that you're really...
I was so close to getting all that money!
Yeah. Got a fucking knife. Look at this shit.
Calm down! Hey! Why me?
Why me? I didn't even do all this!
I can kill the woman anytime.
Yeah.
I'll start off with you.
Yeah. I'm gonna cut that beautiful blue hair off your head. No, not my hair! Anything with the hair!
Damn you, detectives. This is your fault for sticking your nose into my life.
If I want to kill somebody, that's my prerogative.
Can you handle this on your own, Chief?
I'm pretty bad at this sort of thing. Please help.
Uh-oh, it's gonna cost money, though. Oh! Oh, boot. Oh, Matrix. Goddamn, Laura Nightmare didn't go up. Fuck. You're so fucking cool. You're going to jail.
You saved me.
I never thought it would be like this. What am I supposed to do?
You sure like to date crazy people, don't you, lady? It's okay, you got me.
You're not alone.
Huh?
You got Fluffy.
What she's saying.
No, I'm saying feed me. Silly lady. Where are my biscuits? I sold a case.
The Nocturnal Detective Agency will always be at your service.
Thank you.
Kitty acquired. Mr. Kitty. Mr. Kitty. Mr.
As
Kitty.
promised, you can keep that cat here.
Where the fuck was the cat, though? I never saw him in any of the times we were back there. My god, it was a loud cat.
I don't need your help. That's what the cat is saying.
Come on, this cat thinks it's some sort of hard-boiled detective? Well, I suppose I don't mind.
This city is a difficult place to live. Even for the animals.
Right.
Cats don't like getting
I
wet.
hope we can keep solving the mysteries here to make this city a better place. And make it a nicer place for them to live too.
I sincerely hope so.
You're so cold to humans that you like animals.
Are you teasing me?
Yeah.
See, there you go again, making that scary face. Seeing you play with the cat, you look kinda cute. It sure would be nice to see more of that smile around here. I hope you keep using your powers to change this city. I know you can do it. For their sake, too.
That depends on the payment.
Come on. Well, how's this? Consider it the reward for this case. And maybe you could ask for permission next time.
Here you go, Mr. Kitty.
Thanks.
Aw. That was cute. You know, what's also kind of showing in some of these cases is like, you know, also Yako bonding with the other members, you know? Showing why they also loved him. Aw. That was a cute one. Very cute. Oh, that was Sean Chiplock as Jiren. I knew I recognized the voice. Well, all right, guys. That leaves only two more, Vivia and Yako, which I think those both will be pretty interesting. We might potentially be able to finish them both next episode, too. If we manage to get two done in an episode like we did this time. Sort of depends how long each one is. If they're about the same length as these, then more than likely. But anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoy this episode. If it did, please leave a like and a favorite. And subscribe if you're not already. Become a picky penguin aboard the SLP, where the days are always sunny and the vids are always funny. And as always, guys, till next time, stay classy.